Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Haley and I am the owner of Tree Huggers Handmade. And in today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys along with me to finish a series that I started last year. The goal of the series was to complete all of my WIPs before 2025, but as you can see, that did not happen. So I'm going to continue the series into this year so that way I can hopefully get my WIPs done pretty soon. And honestly, most of them were pretty much done, and I've collectively added a few extra WIPs, but those are just things like that I either ran out of yarn for or something that I'm gonna modify or whatever. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys along for part 3 of finishing all of my WIPs. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a couple different things. So to start, most of this video is going to be sewing in ends or the lizard, or just simply finishing up some small WIPs that I either didn't have something for or whatever. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you guys everything we're going to work on, and then we're going to jump right into the process. So first up, we have this knit beanie that I made. It's supposed to be for my brother, but I think I'm going to make him a new one, and I'm just going to give this to, just keep this one, because this was my first freehand knit beanie, and I just have to sew the top and the side. But I don't know how much it's how good it's gonna look afterwards, so iffy on if I'm gonna give it to my brother or not. And then I have these two flower hats, so I have to sew the tops of them on. And I have a blue one, they're for dogs, so they're for my dogs. I can list the pattern that I used for this down below. It was a free video tutorial. And then I have a pink one, and I just need to sew the ends in and add the tops on them. So, and then I had all this scrubby yarn left over that I had, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I had all this white, and I decided to find this snowflake pattern, and I'm gonna sew. I have to put 2 of them together and then single crochet around, but I don't have any more of this yarn, so I'm thinking I'm either going to use a blue yarn like this blue that I have, because I have this blue for another project, or I have some of this white for another project that I might use a little bit of it, but I'm thinking more blue because I don't know yet. Anyways, one or the other. I'm going to use white or blue normal yarn to put it together. And then I have these leg warmers that I made. I haven't finished either, both of them, but I'm gonna unwind this because I'm not the biggest fan of the way I did the leg warmers. I want to try a different idea or knit them. So I'm gonna undo these, and I have this floor poof that I've been working on with it's double-stranded yarn, and I'm going to use the white because I ran out of white. So I'm gonna use this white to do this poof, which is why I was saying if I have enough, I will use the white for this, but if not, I would be better off using the blue for the snowflakes. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. And then there's another project, I don't have it, but behind me there's 2 of these cake boxes, and I have to hot glue them. So I need to hot glue the pieces onto the box, and I don't have my hot glue gun or any hot glue, so I have to get another one of those. So that would probably be one of the last things in the video, but that is the plan for today's video. I don't know where to start. I think I'm going to start with the green beanie first, and then the flower hats, and then work my way to the snowflakes. So that's the plan. I am watching the newest episode of School Spirits, and then I'm just gonna get started. So I'm gonna do a little montage of me crocheting for most of the video. It's just gonna be me working on stuff. I'll do little check-ins. I'll show what it looks like after I'm finished and etc. But it's just gonna be a calm, cozy finishing my WIPs crochet video today. So hope you guys enjoy. Okay, I finished the beanie. It's actually kind of cute. I'm gonna try it on.
You know, the ability to clone myself is just one of the powers that I've collected over my years of killing
If you wanted to do like the loose beanie look. I don't know if I'm gonna give this to my brother though. I'm currently watching Charmed. So I finished the last episode, or the newest episode of School Spirits. Oh my god, bro. It's like every episode it's more intense and there's more information, but then there's so many cliffhangers.
I'll see you later.
Anyways, first project is done. The beanie, I don't know how I feel about it. Like the top gives me like beret vibes, right? Then you put it on, it gives me like hipster vibes. Like, it's cute, you know. And you can pull it all the way down if you wanted to. Like, it fits, you know. It just has simple ribbing, 2x2 ribbing for a couple rows. So, anyways, project 1 is complete. So, 1 whip done and out of the way. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the flower hats. I need to sew in all the loose ends and then sew the toppers on. So let's get started. I'm gonna be doing so much sewing today that like part of me, you know, like nobody likes sewing in loose ends. Nobody likes that. Nobody. It's not fun, but I must do it because these are like the cutest little hats, and I want to be able to have like pictures of my dogs wearing them, and they fit them perfectly. I had to modify it a lot. Got big old doggies, but yeah. So I finished it up. I left the curling at the ends to keep it kind of like, you know, everything is all sewn in. Looks gorgeous. I love it. I might add in some pictures of my dogs wearing them later on in the video. Maybe, if I can get good pictures of them. So now I'm gonna work on number dos, and this one, the first one took me about 30 minutes to do, so I'm hoping this one's a little bit faster. But after this, I'm gonna do the snowflakes, and then we'll go from there. So right now I'm watching Charmed. I'm on the 3rd season. I've watched it before once. I'm rewatching it because it's been a while, and basically, okay, I watched New Girl, and I've watched it so many times, and I was gonna rewatch it again after I rewatched it again. No, I need to watch something else. And right now I don't have my Netflix subscription, so I can't watch Grey's Anatomy, can't watch Supernatural, can't watch any of the other shows that I want to watch, and it sucks. So I'm watching Charmed, and I love this show. I love it so much. I want to know if you guys have watched it or you're watching it or whatever, like if you've ever seen the show, who is your favorite character? So far, my top 2 is gonna be Leo and Phoebe. I love Phoebe. She's like, she makes me think of my little sister a lot. Like, when my little sister grows up, I imagine her to be a lot like Phoebe in a lot of different ways, like in almost every way, down to the you know, low key like daddy issues, okay, to like her personality, to just like her heart, just like all of it. I don't know. That's a little much, but seriously. So, anyways, I'm gonna continue watching my show and work on this. And I'll check back in with you guys when I'm done with it, and then we'll move on to the next one. I need to get, I know I'm yapping, but I need to get super glue. Why do I keep saying super glue? I need to get hot glue. I need to get a hot glue gun and hot glue so I can do the cake boxes, because it's a vanilla cake box. Is it a vanilla cake box? Yes, it's a vanilla cake box with strawberry icing, and then it's a chocolate cake box with a chocolate covered strawberry. So those are the 2 that I have to make. And I think I still need to make the green piece. I don't remember, truth be told. Anyways, so yeah. I've been yapping and I kind of forgot what I was saying, but I'm gonna get started. So I'm gonna do a little yap session while I'm working on this strap. I want to do, okay, so I have some video ideas for YouTube, and maybe I'm not gonna do a yap session. We followed the stupid rules, and look what happened. I hate rules. So, anyways, like I was saying, I have some video ideas for this year, for 2025, and I never got around to making a vision board, but I kind of want to make one still, just because I feel like it really helps me stay on track. Like, throughout the year, it's a lot easier to fall out of track of your goals when you don't have something to visually like remind you on a daily basis. And I want to do like an actual vision board, because I've done one before and it really helped. And I've done them like, you know, you make your vision board and then you put it as like your back screen or your lock screen or whatever for your computer or your phone. And that's nice, but like I want to be able to physically see it every morning when I wake up, be able to look at it, be able to like examine it and like think and just, you know. So I thought about maybe doing a video of that. So if you guys would be interested in it, please let me know. But besides that, I'm gonna be doing some tutorials, some like patterns and tutorials. I don't want to give it too many spoilers, but one of them is gonna be a floral set, while the others are okay, one's gonna be a floral set and one's gonna be a button up, and then one's gonna be a sweater. That's what I have so far, but I have a couple more that I want to make. And on top of crochet and knit patterns, because I do have a knit pattern I want to do, the bolero from my last video, but that one's gonna be maybe a little bit later than the rest. Anyways, so I want to basically do crochet and knit patterns, but I also want to do some videos of me crocheting, knitting, and sewing my wardrobe. both of the flowers.
I understood. So the stories that I heard about his being in trouble, the gambling rumors, don't believe a word of it. No one ever came to me looking for money. And Mr. Kelman would have told me if there was a problem. Mr. Kelman, his business manager, he took such good care of Tom. And he was a wonderful help to me after Tom.
Anyways, I'm getting carried away, but they're done. I feel so accomplished now. Like, is that weird? They're so
What
cute.
do you think happened?
I want to try them with my dog so bad right now. Anyways, 1 project done, 2 and 3. Bunch of hats. So now that these projects are done, I'm going to jump straight into the snowflakes. I'm going to match them all up because some of them are made with a different hook size. So I'm going to be spending a little bit of time matching everything, I think. These two fit perfectly together. So, I'm pretty sure I made 8 of these, or 7. I made 7. Missing 2, but one of these is 5 and one of these is 6. So I'm actually not gonna use these. I'm just gonna toss them, and we're gonna get started. 5 dish scrubbies coming up. Day actually, so I'm gonna show you guys what I got finished last night because I didn't check back in. I got all of these snowflakes finished, so they're just little dish scrubbies, and I've thought about selling these on my shop because I've made watermelon ones, I made a pumpkin one. They're kind of cool and they're really reusable. You can use them as much as you want, and you can put them in the washer and in the dryer and they won't fall apart. Some people have put like sponges in them, but I just do like double side, and it works pretty well. They hold soap really well, they hold water really well, and they're pretty good with almost everything, except for maybe like metal, really dirty metal pans and stuff. So that is what I got done yesterday, and now I'm going to move on to the taking leg warmers apart, so I can use this white yarn to start on the floor poof that I've been working on. And if I run out of the colors I've been using, which I might, I'll just start using random scrap yarn that I have, because the whole idea of the project is to be like a scrap project, but I just used yarn that I didn't want anymore to get it out, and now I've like run out of those colors, so, or some of them, so I'll probably just use what I have to finish those colors off and then do completely different colors, just whatever scraps I have. I have a little bit of yarn left. I've honestly gone through almost all of my extra yarn, like all of my yarn, which is good because I made it like a goal last year to not really buy any more yarn towards the end of the year until I got all my yarn done. So that's why I like made a lot of scrap projects. Like I made a 6-day star blanket to get rid of a lot of the extra scrap yarn I had, which it did. And then I just started working on random projects, which is how I built up more WIPs, because I didn't have enough yarn for certain projects, and then I wanted them to have a solid color or a matching scheme. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna have to cut this one and then just unravel it and wind it all up, and then I'll get started on the floor poof. And I'm watching a new show on, it's on Prime, it's called The Hunting Party. It's a lot like Criminal Minds and like, you know, like NCIS and everything, but newer, and it has a little bit more depth to it. It's really cool. So I'm gonna be doing that, and I will check back in with you guys once I've made a little bit of progress on the floor proof and got these unwinded. it's a little later, but I wanted to do a check-in. I got all the white yarn done. It was a lot bigger than this, but I've done 9 rows so far, and this is how big it is. And I'm not sure how many rows I'm gonna do, to be honest, because I was gonna do 30, but I'm thinking that I might need to do more than that because it's so big. And if I do end up having to do more and I run out of these colors, I'll probably just do different colors. But this is the little update for now, and I will check back in tomorrow. I'm gonna work on this a little bit more tonight, and we'll go from there. So freaking huge. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm back. I'm doing a little check-in. I had a clip before from like the previous night, but we're gonna do a little check-in because I've made a lot of progress on the third whip. On the third whip. I'm pretty sure it's the third whip. And the floor poof that we've been working on so far. So I've made progress. I'm basically almost done. This is what we got going on here. I have, I think, like 2 or 3 more rows to close it off, but I used all the stuffing I had left, and this is as, hang on. This is like as full as it got. That right there. So I'm gonna have to get hot glue for the cake boxes anyways, so I'm just gonna wait to finish this until I get the hot glue for the cake boxes, and I'll get more stuffing and then we'll finish it up. And I ran out of white right about here when I was about to start the other decreases. So instead, I just went ahead and used the rest of the gray that I had with the orange because that was the next color. And once I ran out of gray, since blue was the last color to go, and those were the only 2 colors I have, and I'm like doing double yarn, I just finished it off with the blue and yellow that I have left. This is how much yellow I have, and then this is how much blue. And honestly, that's amazing because like this was a scrap yarn, like yarn buster project. So, and it's gonna be kind of cool. I'm excited. Like, it's 2 different kinds, so you have this, you know, but you can also flip it and it's a completely different like vibe almost, you know. I think this will be the bottom though, and I like this side the best. So, but I'm really excited. So probably gonna put a little pause until I get the rest of the stuff to finish the last 2 whips. But I'm really proud. Like, I feel like I made a lot of progress, and I don't have that many whips left. I have a couple more videos I'm gonna make on my whips and like finishing them, and then I'll have all my whips done. And anything that will be a whip after those videos will pretty much just be like a part of another video or something. Yeah, it'll honestly be a part of another video, because anything that I have that's not gonna be in this series of finishing my whips is part of like my wardrobe, like stuff I'm making for myself as like wardrobe items, like clothing and stuff. And I want to do a video on like me doing that. I put that in my last couple of videos, but I want to do a video, and this video I want to do the videos of me like filming, you know, me making my wardrobe, crocheting it, knitting it, and sewing it. So that's what the rest of those whips will be. But enough of this yapping. I will check back in with you guys when I have the rest of the materials that I need. Okay, so I'm back. It's been a couple days. I don't remember how long it's been, but we're gonna finish up one of the projects on the list. It is not the floor poof. Okay, it's not the floor poof that we're finishing though. I have to get the stuffing for it still. And I don't know how much I'm gonna need. Like, I know the big bag of like 40-ounce polyfill is like $14, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna need 2 of them or 3, because the thing is huge, and normally I get the big bag of polyfill and that lasts me a while. So I'm gonna wait on that for a minute. But I did get the hot glue, so I got the mini one because I have this tiny tiny hot glue gun. I used to have the big green one that they have, but I didn't want to get the big one because the glue sticks cost more. And look at these. There's 30 of these tiny ones. This was $3. This was $5. And all the other ones were like $10 for the gun, and then $5 for a 10 pack. This is 30, and this will last me a minute. So got this, which means 1, 2. So I'm gonna open them to show you guys what we got going on. Everything is finished except for a couple things for both, but one is a chocolate. So this is the top. It's just gonna be chocolate on the top, like so. And then we have 3 of these whipped creams. So there's 3 of them in total. And how I want to do this one's going to be a chocolate one. So I have these chocolate covered strawberries, and then the yarn that I used for the frosting is going to have like drizzle on top of them. So I have a little bit of that yarn left, like some scraps. I'm going to do that for this as well. And so then it's just the icing is like a lighter brown, and then the bottom is just chocolate. And there's 3 of the chocolate covered strawberries for this one. And then the other one is like a complete opposite of it. It's a vanilla strawberry cake. So we have the frosting. There's, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's 3 things of frosting. Yes, there's 3 things of frosting. So how I had planned on doing it was the normal frosting on the top and the bottom, like on the sides. And then for the smaller one, I wanted to do it around the top like so. So it'd be like that. And then the strawberry would be in the middle with the whipped cream. And this is the strawberry. It's a white strawberry, like one of the white and pink ones. So I have to do the green top for it because I want the green to give it pop. But besides the frosting for the chocolate one and the green for the strawberry one, that's it. So I'm going to start putting it together. I'm just going to wait to add the strawberries until after I have finished the pieces I need for them. So I can just glue it on there because it's going to be harder to add those pieces once it's already glued. So yeah, so let's get started. So finished this one, and I finished this one. The strawberries are in this one, and then this is what it'll look like basically with the green. So I have to finish the strawberries later, and then it'll be done. And then we just have to get the polyfill for the floor poof and finish that up. So I will check back in with you guys once we got everything to finish up this video. Okay, so I finally got this big old thing of stuffing, so that way I can finish the floor proof that I ran out of stuffing for. So now that I have the stuffing, I can finally finish up the last project in this video. I did put some like random scrap yarn and projects that were like small in here and stuffed in with yarn, but now we are ready to finish stuffing it and close it up, and we'll be done with the entire video. So let's start. we're done. It is completed. I want to go over it with a little lint roller, but for now it's done. This is the back. It's a little, but you know, it's meant for this to be the top because it's got the nicest pattern, and this is just the bottom. So I'm not gonna complain too much. Yeah, it's super big, super poofy. I just love it so much. I'm so proud of it. It's perfect. So now I have a giant floor poof that I can use to sit on and So first whip to be finished was the freehanded knit beanie with a 2x2 ribbing. I originally made this as a Christmas gift for my brother but never finished it, so we finished it in this video. Just sewed her right up. She's a little cute but a little wonky, but we still love her. Definitely a keeper. I'm not sure if I'm gonna give it to my brother though yet. I haven't quite decided on that, but I do love the outcome of it. Then next up is the flower hats for my dogs. They just needed stems, but my dogs look adorable in them. Whenever they decide to keep them on, I'm gonna insert a little clip of them wearing them. They absolutely look cute. Then I sewed about 5 to 6 Snowflake scrubbies. I already used 2 of them and they worked really well and they washed really well, so there weren't really any stains on them even though they're white. Then I finished up both cake boxes. First up was the strawberry one. I love this one. I added the stems on it, which you didn't get to see before, but I did add them. And I added some cute bows and ribbons. And then I also finished up the chocolate strawberry one. I love this one with all of my heart. I absolutely love the chocolate covered strawberries, and I love the colors that I picked. I also put some bows on this one as well. And then lastly, my absolute favorite project to be finished was the floor poof. I absolutely love this floor poof. It's amazing. It's stuffed so full and I'm so proud of it, and I really hope you guys love all of the projects that I finished as well. I'm so glad to have all these whips out of my way. So that is all for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I got quite a bit of stuff done. This video did take me a minute to make because it took me so long to get the stuffing, but I'm really proud with how every single one of these projects turned out, and I'm really happy that I got more of my whips finished. I really hope you guys enjoyed this series. I have a couple more videos in this series and then all my whips should be finished. Like, obviously, as a crocheter or a fiber artist, you're going to have whips constantly no matter what, but I feel like I had an ungodly amount, like so many, and I still have quite a few, and they just kept adding up because I wasn't really doing anything with them, and I wanted to not let anything go to waste. None of my yarn, none of my projects. I wanted to make sure that all of my projects, whether they were whips or finished ones, were perfect, so I would actually use them and wear them. I wanted to make sure anything that wasn't getting used or worn gets taken apart and used for something that is actually substantial for me. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I love it. I'm in love. This is my favorite out of all of the things that I made. Don't get me wrong, the cake boxes are adorable. Like, they're super cute. They're my favorite ones out of all the cake boxes I've made. But of all the projects in this video, this one is my favorite. And honestly, I don't know. I'm really happy. It makes me feel accomplished knowing that I have one or couple less things on my list to worry about. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more content. I am getting back into the groove of posting every week. It's still a little iffy on the video days, but I'm getting there. I'm getting to it. Just bear with me, please. Go ahead and comment. What should today's comment be? Go ahead and comment the biggest project you've ever made. Have I done that one? Probably. I've probably already done that one. But anyways, go ahead and comment the biggest project you have ever made. I'm talking, like, it could be anything, literally. Just the one that took you the longest, the most yarn, like, however you want to describe it, your biggest project. That is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you guys so much. I love all my subscribers and my supporters. Bye.